Hi, hello, welcome to my channel again, and welcome to me sitting in my pajamas at 12:23 in the night, filming this video, which I had not planned at all. But there are three reasons why this is happening. Number one is that I am clearing out my books. So essentially, I've been categorizing and cataloging my books for a really long period of time because I have a lot of them. And yeah, so I've been putting them up on my bookshelf again. So that's been taking me some time, but that also means that I'm seeing my books afresh, right? The second reason why you're getting this video is because I was also simultaneously watching booktube videos, and I was watching Emma from Drinking by My Shelf. If you don't follow her, you should, because she's amazing and I absolutely love her. But I was watching one of her videos and I remembered that she does these videos wherein essentially she predicts books that she thinks are going to be 5-star reads, and then she comes back later after she's read all of those books and tells us whether they were 5-star reads or not. And I was like, I absolutely love that idea. And while I was going through all the books that I was cataloging, I found a lot of books that I've been wanting to read for so long. So oh yeah, and the third thing is that I am reading a book that I'm not particularly liking. So I'm just using all the excuses to not read it right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, so if also like I've been like really allergic, so if my face looks funny, and like, you know, it's that. So yeah, that's basically what we're going to do today. I'm going to talk to you about 10 books that I have not read but I think are going to be 5-star reads for me. This may be because I've heard amazing things about this book all around, or it just might be a general hunch. For example, the very first book, no one, I don't know anyone who has spoken about this book, but this was a book that I bought because it had the word cake in it. Literally, I'm not even kidding. It was like on discount or something like that, and it had the word cake, and I was like, the particular sadness of a lemon cake, why would you be sad about a lemon cake? um and then I bought it, and I still think that this concept is amazing. So basically, this girl, she turns 12 years old, and on the day that she turns 12, her mother bakes her a cake, and a lemon cake. And essentially what she realizes is that whatever, she can feel the emotions of the person while eating that food. So she has this weird power that's come to her, and through that she comes to realize the emotions and feelings of a lot of people in her household and generally around her. And there aren't the best reviews on Goodreads for this book, but I just think that concept is so amazing, and it's just going to be this nice, holistic, cute book. So I'm really excited to read this one, and I think it's going to be really nice. I think it's going to be good. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is a book that I've been wanting to read since March of 2017, and that is when I watched the podcast of Karan Gill with the good women of Books on Toast, such as Anuya and Sharon. And essentially, this book was spoken about there, and it is called If on a Night a Traveler. Yes, by Italo Calvino. And this is a translated book. But essentially, this book is supposed to be one of those really surreal, genre-bending, weird books, wherein you, the reader, are reading a book and you're trying to read If on a Winter's Night a Traveler, but it's not If on a Winter's Night a Traveler, and every chapter takes you into a different book. Because, like, for example, in the first chapter, the publisher calls you towards the end of the chapter and goes like, hey, actually it's the wrong book was put on the wrong jacket, so like that's why you don't have the right book, so like come, let us give you the right book. But then again, you don't get the right book, and then there's like this whole conspiracy and shit. And I'll link you to them talking about it down below, but it's one of my favorite videos on YouTube because it's just so much fun. The three of them are just like really funny people. And it was just a good vibe, and this book just sounded so good, and I bought it immediately and I haven't read it. So this one. Cool. I'm gonna go slightly faster. Then there is Tell the Wolves I Am Home. This book is about a young girl who has lost her godfather or her uncle to HIV/AIDS, and has now realized that he is gay because then his partner kind of reaches out to her, and she's very young. I think she's 14 years old. Yeah, she's 14 years old. And then basically it's about their relationship, and I think they'll reminisce about the uncle and just a bunch of things. But basically I like sad shit. If that wasn't clear before. I like to read sad shit. And I think that this book will give me all of those feels. So yeah, 5-star read, I think. The fourth book is The Mercies by Kiran Millwood Hargrave. Now, interesting fact, Kiran Millwood Hargrave, I can't say the whole name, Kiran is a cousin's cousin. Interesting, right? Yeah. So it's like I'm weirdly related to a famous author, and it makes me feel nice. Anyway, so The Mercies, okay, is a book. Yes, it is a book. It is a book based on real life events that happened, but basically this takes place in the 1600s. Yes, 1617, where on Christmas Eve, the entire male population of a particular Norwegian island called Vardø is like decimated because of like some floods that happen or because of a storm that happens, and essentially then the entire island is just full of women, and yeah, then they basically are just, it's an island full of women, and then there is someone who comes to that island because like people start talking about how there's this island only full of women, and of course this person is called, and this person thinks that like they're all witches and they're practicing witchcraft and just like what is an independent woman, and stuff like that, because of course this was 1600s. So I'm just like, I'm really intrigued by it, and I definitely think that this sounds like the premise itself just sounds amazing, and I've been wanting to read it since it came out and I still haven't, so I don't know what's wrong with me, but I plan to read it soon. If I don't read this book anytime soon, and if you see me post the pandemic, you have all like 100% rights to like just slap me if I haven't read this book even then. And this is The Death of Vivek Koji, and this is a book that I've been wanting to read for 40 million years now. I've been wanting to read this for a really long time. And this is by Akwaeke Emezi, and they are just the most amazing writer, because I read Pet, and I absolutely fell in love with it, and I just know that this concept is also like amazing. But essentially it follows this character called Vivek Koji, who in the first page itself it tells you that he dies, and then it follows like him and his family. Again, I don't know too much about this because I'm trying to know as little about this book before I read it, but yeah, it's basically an Nigerian Indian called Vivek Oji, so that like drew me in, as well as like just Akwaeke Emezi. And I just, again, this book is supposed to like make people feel really sad, and I like sad books, so this one. And then we're on to the sixth book, and what a pretty sixth book. So this book is Kingdom of Back by Maril Du, and what a pretty book. But this book follows Mozart and Mozart's sister, and I'm told it is based on sort of true story, but like made slightly fantastical. So essentially this book is about Mozart and Mozart's sister, as I said before. But essentially Mozart's sister is also as talented as Mozart, if not, and his name is Wolfgang, if I'm not mistaken. What a weird name. Um But yeah, is it Wolfgang? It is Wolfgang, isn't it? Yes, it's Wolfgang. Anyway, Wolfgang Mozart has a sister, and she is supposed to be more talented than him, but because she's a girl, they don't push her um and give her all the sort of amenities and all of that sort of stuff that they give Wolfgang, because he is a man and he can go out of the house and he doesn't have to stay in the house and make babies. So yeah, so there's that. And essentially what then happens is that then a stranger comes to her and says that, like, you can go into this fantastical world where your dreams will come true, but then there's a price to pay. So I don't know what that price to pay is, or I don't know more about this book, but just sounds so good. And like, I love me some like weirdly feminist literature with like this magical fantastical sort of world. So yeah. Okay, this one. The seventh one is a book that I am 100% sure none of you have heard of, and that is The Wandering by Intan Paramadiya. And this is a book, an Indonesian book that is translated to English, and it is a choose your own adventure book. I loved choose your own adventure books as a kid, and essentially, if you don't know what choose your own adventure books are, they are where like you read a part of the book and then it tells you where you get to choose, like which one would you rather, which way would you rather go, and then it tells you to like skip to a particular page or something like that, and then you just like continue your book like that. And just like I found out about this during an interview that I saw of another Indonesian author talking, and I was just like, choose your own adventure book? Yes, please, yes. So this is a book that I really want to read, and I think is going to be amazing because it's just going to take me back to my childhood, and I'm going to be so happy. So yeah, Wandering by Intan Paramadiya. I hope I'm saying it right. All right, we're almost at the end. And the eighth and the ninth book are by the same author, and that is Mad Hague. Hello. So, The Humans by Mad Hague is a book that I've been wanting to read forever, but just was not available anywhere. And then I called up Blossoms, because Blossoms be amazing. It's a bookstore in Bangalore, and I was like, hey, do you have that book? And they were like, no, but we will get it for you. So, yay, thank you, Blossoms. But yeah, this book is about this alien who takes over the body of this professor, and then is basically like figuring out humanity through his eyes. So we see humanity through his eyes. I don't really know. I just want to read this book so bad because it's apparently amazing, and I just love that concept. And it has a dog on it. It has a dog. Okay, so like there's a dog that features in it, and it says like cute things. I'm just like no words because like I want to read this book so bad. You don't even fucking understand. Okay. Yeah, why have I not read this yet? I don't know. Okay, but I just like and as I said, Matt Haig second book, this is called The Midnight Library, and it is his latest book that has just come out. And when I got this book, I literally squealed. Wah! Ah! And then finally, I am so excited. I am so excited. And I've heard I'm right. I'm not fucking kidding. And then Matt Haig reposted it because I put it up on my story because I was so excited, and he reposted it and it was like, but yeah, I still haven't fucking read the book, so I should. But essentially this book is about this girl who goes to the Midnight Library, which is a library where there are all these books about the lives that could have lived. So it's essentially like, you know how like you go about life and there are certain choices that you could have made, but you take one choice, whereas you don't quite know what the other choice would have taken you in. So you can read a book about what that other life is. And that just sounded amazing. And it follows this one girl who might be going through some mental health issues personally, and she's just trying to like see like what life would have made me happy or something like that. That's what I've currently like made to understand from it. And just like, yeah, that's basically what it is. And also look at this. Just like, it's a library card. Oh my god, I don't know if you saw that because I could, whatever. But anyway, I'm just really excited to read this one as well, and I don't know why I haven't read it. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna actually read books. Okay, cool. And then the last book is a book that ever since I found out about it, I've been wanting to read it, and I've been waiting for it to come to India. And then as soon as it came to India, I was like, yo, this book, I need it right now. And I called up my bookseller and I was like, yo, send it to me. And he was like, yeah, I'll send it to you. And then I still haven't read it. And it's also longlisted and shortlisted for the Booker. And I still haven't read it. And that is Shadow King by Maza Mengise. I would like to say, I don't know. Hey, Mengise, I would like to say. Anyway, but this book follows, again, I have no idea what this book is about, honestly, but like just the concept. It's historical fiction. It's set in Nigeria. It is set during a civil unrest. And just a bunch of shit. And I've heard just amazing, amazing, amazing things about this book. And I just want to read it. Also the cover. The freaking cover. Like, would you just see? Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, so, well, let me try to, okay, you won't be able to see it anyway. Okay. So these are the books that I want to read, and I think are going to be 5-star reads. I don't know. Can you see? Yeah, you can see it now. Okay. So yeah, so these are the books that I think are going to be 5-star reads, and please push me to read them. So this is what I want you to do, okay? I want you to comment down below and tell me which book I need to get to first. Like, you can tell me just one book, you can tell me 3 books, you can put all the books in order of preference, like whatever. I will listen to you. So tell me which book I need to start from, because you know that thing when like you have so many good things in front of you and like so many options, and then you just like you get scared because of those options. That's kind of like what I'm going through, because just look at these, they're so nice. Okay, yeah, that's about it. I should probably sleep and like take off this weird makeup and maybe like have allergy medicines, because I don't know, I mean I can't see, but like yeah, I think my anyway, and also yeah, cool. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna sneeze 1 second. See, allergies. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this, then do give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you feel so inclined to, and bye.